guys. We're back with another episode of On the DL. I am Danielle.
And I'm Linda.
And I am also struggling.
Danielle's hungover. Everybody shame her. I wish I had the little boo.
Everybody shame her.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
kidding. I'm here. Here I am. This is the only thing I didn't cancel today.
Literally.
You
canceled your whole day.
Yep.
Except doing my hair and doing the podcast, which I love you for. Thank you.
Yes. So here we are.
As we should be.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this episode. You know why?
Why?
Because I actually low-key love St. Patrick's Day.
Really?
Yeah, low-key. I don't even drink beer. But there's something about that March, where it's kind of getting a little bit warmer. It doesn't hurt. The air doesn't hurt.
Yep.
And you can be outside. And although I'm not drinking beer, I could have cheap, disgusting, well tequila and a couple of shots. And it's equivalent to 20 beers. And I'm like, la, 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 la. So you don't even feel the 55 degrees outside. And it's just fun. Irish people are ruthless.
They certainly can be. All right. If we're going to do this, let's start with when did we start celebrating? When did we make it a holiday?
Where did it come from? I want to know where did it come from? How did it start? Because we did that Valentine's Day episode, and you kind of broke down where it started and how it became what it is today.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Kind of. So we're going to Cliff's Notes it because I don't want to read because I feel like I'm not going to do a very good job at reading today.
Okay.
But the March 17th celebration started in 1631. And it was the church, the Catholic Church, that established a feast day that was honoring this St. Patrick. He died many centuries before they actually made a day for him. But he was in Britain, and then he was enslaved,
Mm-hmm.
and, taken to Ireland. And then it says that he either escaped or was freed. I don't know.
So they just know that he left, but they don't know how he left.
Yeah. So he became a priest in Ireland, and he actually converted a lot of people that were in the Druid culture into Christians. So that's why they liked him. He convinced all these people to be Christians, and other Christians love when we bring people into the fold, or when they bring people into the fold. They want more. We want more Christians.
That's every religion.
Well, yeah. So so it wasn't until the early 18th century that many of today's traditions were kicked into high gear. Now, the holiday falls during Lent, and now Lent is the 40 days.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously you know the story. And one of the reasons why they made this day for him, it's because so during Lent you're not supposed to imbibe. It was I guess way stricter back then, and you weren't allowed to drink.
You weren't allowed to indulge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they lifted those restrictions on that specific day, so people could go out, and if you want to
celebrate him.
Celebrate him. So you can drink and eat and be merry and do all that stuff, and that's why it is now known as a very big drinking holiday, because again, in the middle of Lent.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
They lifted the restrictions, and they're fucking have at it, bitches. Go ahead and drink whiskey. And I don't even know if they had whiskey back then. They probably did.
I'm pretty sure they did. They had to have.
And they definitely had beer.
For sure.
And maybe it wasn't green beer.
I don't think it was green beer. No, I think it would be the normal brownish yellow, disgusting looking stuff.
Okay, so that's the reason why it's kind of known as a drinking holiday. Modern day celebrations, they started to shape, and in 1762, the first New York City parade took place. So when it came over to here in America. And then it wasn't until 1798, the year of the Irish Rebellion, that the color green became officially associated with the day.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so cool, learning about this. Sorry, continue.
I know. I like learning. I wish my brain was more. I probably will forget everything that I'm saying.
No, you won't.
As I'm saying it.
No.
Before they started doing green, they were doing blue. And then the British they wore red. So they're nah, we're going to be green. And then they sang the song "The Wearing of the Green" during the rebellion. So that's the reason why
Interesting.
green is now associated with Irish and St.
Yeah.
Patrick and all of that. And green beer is like it's like in the 1900s or the 20th century is when everything started to like, get more, I guess, commercialized.
Yeah, which we will all find any excuse to drink and party
I think so.
and have a themed party.
Well, it wasn't until the late 20th century that Ireland repealed the law because I guess everything was closed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even the pubs,
Oh, wow.
now everything's open. And since they opened everything, they're like, okay, we're celebrating. We're gonna go, to the businesses. Budweiser in like the 1980s did this push to make the green beer, and
I'm screaming.
so obviously,
Was it just with food coloring?
yeah.
It's so gross.
You got to be really careful with that food coloring because if you put like more than the tiniest little drop, it'll like color your lips and your teeth. And,
No, that's gross.
so just be careful if
Ew,
you're making
people walking around with like green mouths back in the
making
day.
green-
That's so gross.
Yeah, if you're making green beer, literally just like a little like an eyedropper, not even like a full eyedrop of an eyedropper. Because I know this because I just did it. Because at the bar that I work at, they got us a large bottle of green food coloring because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's for the green beers. We're doing a special. It's Miller Lite's like $5, and they're just gonna keep it $5. Like it's already $5. So
Yeah,
quit lying to people.
Literally stop lying. You remember when Walmart did that shit? Like, it's on sale, but right behind the sale price was like the original price, and it was the same exact price.
Fucking liars. I hate that shit. Fuck Walmart too. Fuck those guys.
For real.
So, in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, we're going to tell some of our St. Patrick's Day stories. I'm going to start.
Okay.
So, this was, I don't know, however many years ago. It was a long time ago because I'm an old person. We were doing a bar crawl.
Okay.
Okay. And like by where I lived at the time, there was like a whole strip of bars. And at the very end, there was an Irish bar that we could, kind of like stop, like our last stop of the night.
Yeah.
So we had gone to, I don't know, 7 or 8 bars. And we didn't hang out in all of them for very long. There was ones that we hung out longer than others. And I was, we were just like bopping around, talking to people because it was like a neighborhood thing kind of, you know? And
Sono does it too.
Okay. Yeah. So, bar crawls are just like walking around. People get turned up, and it's St. Patrick's Day. So we were just like having fun, doing shots, having beer, drinking whatever. I think we were drinking tequila because I can't do whiskey. Jameson makes me want to. So.
Okay. Of a St. Patrick's Day parade, I remember down in Sono, I had my first like pickleback shot.
Oof.
Bitch. The fuck? You can't convince me that that's enjoyable. Y'all bugging.
Y'all are bugging.
But yes, that.
So anyways, we're walking and we're walking towards the final bar, and it's an Irish bar, and like a bunch of my friends had already walked in, and I was walking in front of the guy that I was dating at the time. And I'm like already through the door and he trips like coming up to the bouncer. And, obviously there's bouncers because people are going to wile out. Right. So he tripped coming up like to the bouncer, and the bouncer's like, yo, bro, like you can't come in here if you're going to be falling around like that.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's like, get the fuck out.
And he looked at me and I turned around and I was like, have a good night.
Yeah. See you later, love.
I just kept
You
walking
fucking
in.
left his ass.
Bye. You're not going to embarrass me
Dito.
like that.
No,
On
you.
St. Patrick's
I would have
Day.
been like, I don't know him. Why are you calling my name? How do you know me?
Quit following, sir. I don't know you.
Please kick him out.
I'm scared.
I would have been like, please kick him out. I'm terrified. Please get him out of my peripheral view.
Most of the St. Patrick's Days I've actually worked, so I don't normally go out and party like that. But if I can walk and act normal, get your shit together. Be
Literally
normal.
get it.
Act normal.
You signed up for a bar crawl. You need to make sure you're hydrated and fed. There's no reason that you should be stumbling at the 8th bar. You're embarrassing. I'm sorry. That would give me the ick. If I saw my significant other trip into the bar, getting into the bar, and he tripped. Fucking bye. I would have done the same thing. You're embarrassing.
You're embarrassing me, and you're not.
Embarrassing me. And normally, if like I've had instances right where you're at like the bouncer's like, oh, you're wearing shorts, you can't get in. That's fucked up. All right, none of us are getting in.
That's different.
You fucking embarrassed me like that. You tripped getting into the bar, and the bartender or the bouncer deemed you incompetent.
There wasn't even, the guy's like, bruh,
incapable.
Bruh, you can't come in here. Sorry.
He's like, get the fuck out.
The fuck you.
I would have been like, see you later.
Exactly.
See ya, playa.
Okay, so now I don't feel so terrible.
No. Oh my God, that would give me the
Actually, I
biggest
didn't feel
ick.
terrible. I'm lying. I didn't feel terrible even a little bit.
That would give me the biggest ick. I'd be like, no, thank you. Nuh-uh. No.
Love. Sorry. All right. So, give it to me. I want to know. I cannot wait to hear this story.
So I had an ex who loved to drink.
Okay.
Let's preface that. And I was also young. We're also talking like almost 10 years ago. But anyway, he went out with his friends for a St. Patrick's Day pub crawl as well.
Okay.
You know, also gave me the ick. Very long story short. This man left with jeans, t-shirt, sneakers on, but he came back with the same t-shirt, same sneakers. He had some kind of green hat on and some basketball shorts. And he stumbles in because he's hammered. First of all, like, who let you drive? But besides the point.
Okay.
And I like literally was like,
with the glasses.
With my glasses. Like, I had to look up from my book. I was like, what? And he just kept going, I shit myself.
What?
I shit myself. And I was like, I'm sorry? What do you mean? And he's trying to give me the play-by-play. And I'm like, no. I don't actually want to know how you shat yourself. I don't actually want to know what happened. Again, long story short, I had to make sure this grown-ass man got into the shower and whatever. And I'm like beside myself because I'm like, how does a grown-ass man shit himself? Which later he came to tell me, he's like, I just can't do beer anymore. Like these fucking disgusting ass beers. Again, long story short, he shot himself. It was foul smell.
No.
Coming from the closet. And I was like, did he undress outside and then go into the shower? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? I look in his shoes filled with shit.
Oh, no.
I threw those shits out. I threw them down the chute, bitch. I didn't eat while he was showering. I was like,
Not in this
Not
house.
in this house. Are you fucking kidding me? I literally put on gloves and I was like, like, literally went and grabbed the shoes and I threw them down the chute. Not today. Not today, buddy. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Fast forward, this man goes looking for his shoes. And I'm appalled that he even thinks that I would keep those in my home. And when I told him, I was like, no, there was shit in your shoes. I threw them in the garbage. He wasn't even mad. He was very understanding. And I felt really bad, though, because he tried finding the sneakers again, and they were like limited edition, something, blah, blah, blah.
Whoops.
Dito, but fucking disgusting. I was like, what do you mean you shot yourself? Like, what? So, yeah, if you are not a beer drinker, and you decide you want to go ham on some beer, just know you might shit yourself.
I just don't think that. Like, what? What kind of beer was he drinking?
I don't know, bitch. Maybe some kind of flavored beer or something. I don't know.
Does beer make you poop? Is that a thing?
It is fermented. So it could. It's bubble guts. Probably got the bubble guts. God knows. He was gone all day. Like, he left in the morning. He was like a little kid, like, so excited, and came back, like, like standing in the doorway, like, mumbling, like, I shat myself. And I was like, what the fuck?
Hello?
What do you mean?
What?
You're a grown-ass man.
Do you mean?
So that was my St. Patrick's Day story. I think that's it. That's all I really got, because I never really did any type of, the only real like bar crawls I've done is like SantaCon type bar crawls. That's it. And
I've
those
never
were
done
fucking
SantaCon.
terrible. I did them in my early 20s, never again. You couldn't pay me to do it. Oh my God. Speaking of paying to do something, you know what I learned today?
What?
You have to pay to run a marathon.
What?
Like, you know when people like run marathons?
Yeah.
You have to pay to
like,
run in the
to,
marathon.
Like, enter it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the New York City Marathon was close to $400 a person this year. I didn't know that.
What are you paying for?
Right. Like
Your bib?
like the little bib in your entry. And I don't know, you're obviously paying for some other stuff too, but I just found that out because I don't know why I started thinking to myself. I saw something that sparked it. And I was like, wait a minute. Why is it free admission to this run? Aren't they all free? And I was like, wait a minute. Are they not free? So then I Googled it because I think people who run marathons, kudos to you.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you. Therapy is definitely cheaper.
I'm dead.
But then I was like curious. I was like, how much does it cost to enter the New York City Marathon? Bitch, that shit was $400 a person. I was like, pfft. And other ones, like these smaller ones are like $300 a person, $295. I was like, no. So not only are you a little crazy, you paid to run. The only time you're ever going to see me running, it's like from someone or like from my problems. There's no other, I'm not running for fun, let alone paying to run.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I just needed to say that real quick because I just found that out.
Well, and you're appalled?
I was absolutely disgusted. I was disgusted. I was like, that's crazy.
Okay, you know what? I've run Tough Mudders. That's different, though.
That's so different. This is, you're just running.
Because
You're hitting the pavement, Jack. Like, that's weird.
Okay, Jack. Yeah.
Like, that's weird. You literally were like, I'm going to train for this marathon. And I'm just going to keep running and running and running and running and running.
Oh
No.
my God.
No. Like, I watched, like, some of the girls on Instagram, like, the fitness girlies who, like, run. They're like, today I'm going to come run 8 miles with me. And they have, like, the little squeezy packets in their, like, little vests and the water bottle. No.
Some people really like running. I'm not a runner. I never have been a runner. I never will be a runner. I like doing like the Tough Mudders, like the mud runs. I don't actually run.
Yeah.
Like there's people that run those obstacle courses. Like, no, you couldn't pay me to run through that obstacle course. I like saunter around the course. It's like what I do.
Literally same.
So I'm not, but I mean, I know there's people that just really like to run.
Oh, I know.
So,
I don't know what y'all drank to get there, but share with the class. Hey, do you have stories of funny?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Day?
I really do start. I need to start screenshotting because I just don't. I just send myself the stories and then just like hope that I remember where they are.
No, you have to screenshot.
I
screenshot
know
everything.
Screenshot.
You go through my screenshot album. There's like 30,000 pictures in my screenshot.
That would give
album.
me a headache.
No, it's in there. If you need it, it's in there. I have
got
shit
the
from
screenshots.
2013.
Oof.
The year I came out of high school, bitch. That's how long I've had stuff in my phone. They're not going anywhere.
Okay. Well, I did find some funny drunken stories from other people, which obviously in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, y'all like we got drunk, you know?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. I managed to get kicked out of 2 bars. One called Filthy McNasty's.
Filthy McNasties. Okay.
You-
Imagine writing that out on legal documents.
Filthy McNasty.
That's disgusting. But continue.
Okay. You know you've hit an all-time low when you get kicked out of a bar with a name like that. I also invited the creepiest person I met back to my room for a drink and managed to get into a fight to defend the honor of a guy called Javier that I had met all of 5 minutes beforehand. Oh, and a stripper rubbed my tie in her vagina.
What? What
Was
the fuck?
Filthy McNasty's the strip club?
Yeah, what? What do you mean? I mean, Filthy McNasty as a strip club makes more sense. That's got to be the nickname of the place. There's no way.
Filthy McNasty. I'm gonna Google Filthy McNasty
And
bar.
see what state it's in. Just curious.
Regardless, we went on a bender from 9 a.m. until 5 a.m. and it was a pretty crazy day. Do you think it was a crazy day?
Sounds like it.
That's it.
This sounds fucking crazy.
Okay.
Filthy McNasties. It's so weird. It is so strange.
That's what we're going to name our bar.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Started around 1 a.m. Saturday morning and caught up with some friends who had a bar crawl. Took them home and had breakfast with some strippers in Fells Point.
That's fucking hilarious.
Took a nap from 5 to 6 a.m., cleaned out my bus, and was drinking again by 8 a.m. Passed out around 2 p.m., woken back up at 3 p.m., and partied all night. Saw Girl Talk as well. Awesome show. I don't know what that is. Took my bus to Towson around midnight and partied with college chicks. Picked up a couple lesbians. I didn't know.
Is this some kind of guy that just has like an Airstream that be picking up people?
Maybe.
Hitchhikers and shit?
And
that
ended
sounds
up
a little dangerous.
Ended up
Continue.
almost dying from too much Red Bull at 4 a.m. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That is, he must be in Vegas or something. That's got to be like Vegas.
I don't know. Where
That sounds
this is.
lawless. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, wait, hold on. Me and my friend got really drunk at a university party, and the police got called and almost arrested him for being completely drunk and climbing up walls. Why would you climb up the walls?
How are you climbing up the walls?
I don't know. You ever see that movie Split with the guy and he like climbs up?
No,
Oh, it's kind of freaky, actually.
I don't like that.
Had to spend ages convincing the police, also very drunk myself, that I could control him and make sure he went home before they'd let us leave. And this is like a response to one of the earlier, what the earlier guy said. Also, if you're talking about filthy McNasties at Yonge, Yonge, and Eglinton, it's not that hard to get kicked out of there. I have repeatedly. The first time I was there, I was kicked out for vomiting.
Ew.
Which kind of annoyed me since I made the effort to get to the bathroom and into a stall. If I had known they were going to kick me out anyway, I might have just gone ahead and hurled straight onto the bar.
Have you ever vomited in the middle of a bar or club?
Actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It was not St. Patrick's Day. It was New Year's Eve.
Okay.
And this was, I was still 21 years old. I was 21.
Oh my God.
So I, probably not the best thing. I had taken, like back in the day, like back in my club days, like my early 20s,
Mm-hmm.
ecstasy was like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like Molly, ecstasy, like that's just like what we did. So we had taken some E and we were in the clubs. Like, and there was this thing. This was like New Year's Eve 2004.
Okay.
I think. And you could buy a ticket
Mm-hmm.
and you can bar hop till midnight. And I think the ticket was like $50.
Okay, that's not
So
bad.
it was like open bar till midnight.
That's awesome.
So obviously we had to drink as much as we could.
Right.
Because open bar's over at midnight.
Absolutely. And you just paid $50 as a 21-year-old?
Yeah.
Give me all of the drinks.
Yes. So it was, we drank a lot after we had already taken drugs. So I remember, and I think at that point I probably had taken another one because, you know, we can't feel anything. So we take another one. And I remember I was sitting talking to, like I was with my friend. I don't even know who I was with.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Susan.
Not Susan.
So I was with my friend and we're talking to these guys and we're just like chatting and I felt fine until I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. And you know how like when you get, you know you're going to throw up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh no, I'm going down. And I didn't say anything. I just got up and walked away. I was like, oh my God. And I like started,
you gotta go.
like I knew where the bathroom was. I was like trying so hard to get there. And I had to go down the stairs and it was like stairs, platform, stairs, like bottom.
Yeah.
I made it to the first platform and it was just like, Bleh!
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh no. And then
Did you feel better though?
I did. But so then I made it to the bathroom and I like went and I like rinsed my mouth off. I like fixed my face and I was like, all right, let's go.
And you just kept going.
I just kept going.
That is fucking hilarious.
So yes.
The shit that you're able to do at 21 that you for sure can't do in like your 30s and 40s anymore.
Oh no.
If I get to the point of vomiting, it's because I ate something bad. It's not from alcohol. Because I can't consume that much alcohol anymore.
No.
To a point where I'm going to throw out. I just can't.
No. Moving on. This is an Ask Reddit thing, or what was your worst St. Patrick's Day story?
Mm-hmm.
When I was 5, my dad got drunk and lost me in a parade crowd.
No.
I ended up asking an officer to help me find him. I haven't seen him since. I think that's a troll. Kind of funny.
That's gotta be a troll post. That's so sad.
Can you imagine? Bye. After getting smashed, a homeless man came up to me and my friend asking for money. I don't know what my friend means.
Like situationship?
Like my hired hand. Like.
Oh, okay.
He was cheerful and friendly. He asked us if we knew what St. Patrick's Day was all about. My drunk friend thought it would be clever to say St. Patrick. Oh, no. To say St. Patrick drove all the Jews out. Like, oof. Why would someone say that?
That's terrible.
Oh, no. Then he realized that that was a total jackass thing to say. He tried to switch gears and give the homeless man some money. He offended the homeless man so much that the guy flat out refused to take his money. And that says something. I don't want your money. Go fuck yourself, dude.
He said literally go fuck yourself. He said, I don't even want your dirty ass money.
Yeah. I carried on walking in shame. Oh, yeah. And I drank my face off some more like we all do on this otherwise glorious excuse of a day to drink. I was in college. Never had Bacardi 151. Do you know what Bacardi 151 is?
I know what Bacardi is.
Okay. Bacardi 151 it's like the 100 proof
Ew.
rum. Okay. Is
that legal?
Yeah.
Ew.
So you can set that shit on fire. I'm just letting you know.
For sure.
So like back in the day when we used to make flaming Dr. Pepper shots. Do you know what that is?
No, but that sounds like heartburn.
Maybe. So what it is, it's like a half a pint of like a light beer, like a Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a shot glass, I think it's like amaretto or like cinnamon something, and then it's
for
topped.
sure fucking your stomach up.
It's topped with like Bacardi 151. It's like a float because you set it on fire. So Bacardi 151 will go on the top, and then you set the shot on fire and you drop it in. And
that
then
sounds
you
kind of
chug,
cool.
And then you chug it.
That's disgusting.
Or
that
like
is so gross.
Or if you used to spit fire behind the bar, that's what you would have in your mouth. It would be Bacardi 151 because it's flammable. It's flammable. Like
that's
that shit.
Insane.
You don't want that like anywhere near your hair, your face. You
no,
know what I mean?
no.
Like it could be very dangerous.
No.
So anyways, this person's never had Bacardi 151. I've actually never tasted Bacardi 151 because I'm low-key scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No. 100 proof? Who the fuck needs that? Who
People
needs
that
that?
want to set shit on fire, I guess.
Literally.
Was in college. Had a group oral presentation at 8 a.m. the next morning. Decided to take off Flame Guard and chug out of the bottle.
What?
Chugging anything out, like chugging any kind of like alcohol out of the bottle is kind of just never a good idea. But
it never ends well. It never ends well.
And he prefaces again, I was in college. Like,
yeah, he's like,
I was in college. Just so you know, I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up at 1 p.m., more dead than alive, bruised, with that empty bottle staring at me from my dorm desk. Felt like fucking death.
Yeah. So he chugged 151?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Nobody warned him? Where were your friends?
I'm sure they thought it was funny.
No, that's so gross. So he missed his presentation. That's what I heard. I was waiting for the present. So the presentation was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
He woke up at 1 p.m.
Yeah, no.
He
was not making anywhere.
Probably, the second you say Bacardi, he probably wants to vomit.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Mm-hmm.
Understandably.
Very understandable.
Understandably so. Here's another one that I can't stand. Jameson. I'm not a Jameson girl.
I'm not a Jameson girl either.
I'm not.
I have some friends that are that are they is. And I can't get with it.
No.
Jameson's really big on St. Patrick's Day too, and
because it's Irish whiskey.
I can't. I'm not with it.
Mm-mm.
Like I've had it a couple times. I'm like, no, thank you. I put in the same category as Fireball.
Ooh, Fireball.
It's just like
did me in 1
unnecessary
year.
for me to ever touch either
I
one
will
of them.
never, ever drink Fireball again.
You know, I don't think I've ever actually had Fireball.
It's the devil, honestly.
I don't think because I can't get past the smell. So I was always like, ew, no, I don't want this.
It's gross.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
No. It smells like Big Red.
Oof. Drank a fifth of Jameson alone when I was 17 and apparently filmed it.
Where's the video?
I don't know. Blacked out and woke up in a pile of puke-soaked clothes.
Ew.
Bedroom was destroyed. Vomit everywhere. Big 40-inch TV on the ground before flat screens. And I felt like I got in a fight with Mike Tyson. I vaguely remember knocking my TV over around 3 a.m. when I tried to put pajamas on. Can you imagine the arms and legs are going?
Oh my
Did you knock?
God. And his
Fall
whole
over into the
his
TV?
whole TV just came down. And it wasn't the flat screen either. That was the big ones. 40 inches
Oof.
is big.
When I tried to put pajamas on, it made a terrible crash. A week later, my mom found the empty bottle and just left a note saying, "If you drink and drive, I will kill you."
That's it. That's all
That's it.
she's got to say.
She ain't got to say nothing else.
Nothing
Love.
else. He was like, I was just home chilling. Drink a fifth of the entire bottle.
Oh man, like that's a lot. Oh, that's too
just
much.
dramatic.
That's
For
too
what?
much drinking.
For what? Like that kid that was like, I just want to try drugs. I just needed to try it. Sounds like this kid was like, let me just see what'll happen. Don't do that.
Ugh, enough. So those are the fun St. Patrick's Day stories.
I love that for us. What are you doing? No, you always perform on St. Patrick's Day. I've seen you actually a couple times.
Yeah, actually, this St. Patrick's Day, it's not with my regular band. It's the band that we play with only on St. Patrick's Day, and it's
Okay.
not. We're actually doing the 16th, so it's the
Mhm.
Saturday before St. Patrick's Day, and I made sure I took that next day off. Honestly, I'm actually not going to be drinking until I'll have like a few shots, just because like I need to take shots on show days because I get nervous.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I've
would
done
get
hundreds
so
of shows.
nervous.
Still
I
nervous.
always like wonder like what goes through your mind like right before you perform.
I'm always so nervous.
Like what do you think about to like calm your nerves?
Getting a shot.
Okay. Makes sense.
You know, it's funny because like the guys that I play with, they're just like, yeah, we're just here to have fun. Like, let's go. We're just gonna have fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what if everyone hates me?
And you're like, but I gotta like sing. So like,
well, I'm the one that everyone looks at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm never looking at the drummer. I don't even know what the fuck he looks like.
He looks like
Even the
Billy Goat's gruff.
guitarist. It's like I see him once and that's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not looking at any of them.
No, because I'm usually the one everybody's watching me,
Mm-hmm.
judging me if I'm off key, if I like sing, when actually mostly people don't know if I sing the words wrong because sometimes I mumble through things.
Oh, really? Do you really?
Sometimes I forget the words.
Sometimes I wonder to myself, like, how you memorize all of these songs.
I don't know. I think it's like whenever I learn a new song, one of the old songs gets pushed out and I don't remember it anymore.
Oh, okay.
There's still ones like the newer songs or like newer medleys. I have to keep the words up just in case I forget.
Mhm.
I try to do it without because I don't know if I ever told you this. There is something called Cover Band Central. I think they have like their own page. They have a YouTube. They have all this. So they like post videos of bands performing or like if you go see a band, you can take a video and post it to Cover Band Central or whatever. It was one time when we were performing a newer song and I had the words up on my phone and I was referring back. I was reading the words. I got fucking roasted.
Did you really?
I like had to stop reading the comments. Like,
Oh my God.
that's so unprofessional. I can't believe her reading the
never
words
knew
off an
this.
iPad. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like,
I would have
never show this to me
screamed.
again. Like,
Yeah.
because it was Charlie. Charlie was the one that showed it to me.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, bro,
You're like, why would you show this to me?
don't show me that. I don't want to
Yeah.
know. Now I'm scared.
Oh my God. That would have wrecked me. Well, good for you for not letting them get to you.
Well, I did. I thought about it. I still think about it from time to time. I still think
When you
about
like peek down at your phone.
I'm sorry. I don't know the words to the song.
Oh my God.
I would love for someone to like our catalog.
See, here's
now.
the thing though. If you sang it incorrectly, you would have still gotten roasted.
Yeah.
So I'd rather you get roasted for needing to do the song perfectly than attempting, knowing that you don't know the words and completely flopping on it.
Okay.
Because everybody that's listening, I don't give a fuck if you're looking at an iPad.
No.
I don't care. You know who does care? These fucking weirdos in the cover bands that's all they think about is their cover band. And is the most important thing to them in their lives. And they took it very personally that you were looking at your iPad,
Yes,
Danielle.
they
You
were
know
not
why?
happy.
Because they have all the time in the world to learn the song. They don't have 3 jobs like you because they're losers.
Okay.
And that's how I spin that one. You're welcome.
That's how we're saying that.
I'll take a bow. Thank you.
So yeah, roasted on Cover Band Central is me. So there was another thing that I wanted to talk about after our fun little St. Patrick's Day. Are you doing anything for St. Patrick's Day, by the way?
What day does it land
It's
on?
a Sunday this year.
So I really kind of wanted to go to Chicago because
I wanna
Chicago
go.
does the Green River and it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I was there 2 years ago for St. Patrick's Day. It is ruthless out there
Really?
because all of the bars along the river open for that specific day. So you bar hop on the river and it's just so, there's people everywhere and everyone starts so early. The only problem with Chicago is the weather is so unpredictable. It
Yeah.
could be 70 degrees or like 45. Like there's no,
Well, March is,
I mean, it's unpredictable here too, but
yeah.
that's the only thing that kind of sucks. And so I was thinking about going out to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. I think it'd be kind of fun, but I haven't really looked into it. I usually, when it comes to like events and like days, I usually go to the house with the best snacks.
Yeah. Well, snacks
Like,
are
who
key.
has the best snacks?
Yes.
You
Give me
know?
the snacks.
Literally, give me the snacks.
Oh, I want to go to Chicago for the Green River because
It's actually
looks
so fun.
really cool.
It's so fun. It's ridiculous. And I'm sure everybody who lives in Chicago is like, oh, the Green River. And I'm like, yay, the Green River. I'm like a little kid. I'm like, I want to go to the river.
Give me the Green River.
And it's weird because you walk by it, like once you, because it's like neon green, Danielle.
Oh, for real?
It literally looks like slime. So when it's like crashing into like the wall and stuff and like the walkway, it's green. It's literally green. But anyway, I'm sure it's not healthy for the little fishies.
Well, they can't. Well, they have to make sure that it's healthy for the fishes, right?
I don't know. I never really looked into it.
Otherwise, the eco people would come for you
I
or come for
know.
them.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Anyways, so I wanted to talk about something else because I have noticed this. I think maybe I spend too much time on TikTok
Well, at least one of us does.
because there is this trend going around, and it's girls. And I haven't seen any guys do it yet, though I would listen if guys did it. What is things? It's things that your ex did to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you still stayed with them, which can get wild.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Because whenever we're in a relationship, it's kind of like hard to see all of it
Mhm.
while you're in it, right?
Yeah.
But when you get distance from it, you get obviously you get more clarity when someone's not in your face,
Yeah.
and you can kind of look at back and be like, oh my God, they did that to me, and I still stayed with them.
Well, yeah, when you're out of that, especially like like you said, like if you're in a toxic relationship, it's hard to get out of it. But no, thank
No.
God I'm not I'm not the type to ever stay. I mean, if the guy chews weird, I'm like I can't stay, let alone something crazy. I mean, when I was like young,
after that boy shit himself, did you stay with him?
unfortunately, yes, but we did break up, and it wasn't because of the shitting.
Can you imagine if that was the reason? I'm sorry, on St. Patrick's Day of 2011,
You shat
Shat
yourself.
yourself, and that's one of the reasons why we're breaking
And
up right now.
I can't stop thinking about it. I don't look at you the same.
Well,
Yeah, they did stay after that. Not for long, though. He had
So,
bigger
I mean-
issues and just shit.
oh, okay. I mean, I told a story last week or the week before. Was it last week or the week? No, probably the week before, right? Where an ex of mine that I was living with recorded me,
Yes.
told me that I was cheating on him.
You know, it's funny because you were saying to me while you were doing your hair, you're like, you know, I was listening to that and you were like, and I fucking stayed?
I stayed.
You know what I mean? But like while you're telling this story, I'm looking at you knowing who you are. And I'm like, how the fuck did this guy get away with shit like that? And you like just knowing who you are today, I'm
yeah, what the
Danielle
fuck?
today would never.
No. So I have so many stories. I have so many
Sorry.
stories. I'm gonna start with one. Actually, it's the same man that I was with, the one that tripped going into or
Oh,
trying to go into the bar.
Yeah.
It's the same. This is the same guy. Now, we liked the same kind of music,
Mm-hmm.
and he had gotten us tickets to go see my favorite band, which is Deftones. Deftones has been my favorite band since I was like 13 years old. And it was at the House of Blues in Boston.
Okay.
Have you ever been?
No, I don't think I have,
Okay, so
but I know where it is.
you walk in, the stage is down, and there's levels that you
Mhm.
can go. We were on the VIP level, and there's like a special bar that you can go to because he knew the manager or something.
Okay.
And that's how we got tickets. So we got VIP tickets. We were like able to stand on the side of the stage, but like up a level.
Yeah.
So we saw everything perfectly. And again, we got access to the special bar. It was like this whole thing. So I had a great time. I was like so happy to see this band because they're my favorite, right?
Yeah.
And
you
I was
literally have the white pony tattooed
tattooed
on your
me,
body.
yes. So I was with one of my friends, her boyfriend, and then my boyfriend at the time. So the boys went to go get drinks, or they went to go smoke. I don't know what the fuck they did. They had left us alone. But we were like in the VIP area, just just like having
Just happy to be here.
just really happy to be here, just vibing, chilling. And they had put, I guess, scouts or whatever they do out into, I guess, in the VIP
crowds.
and the
Yeah, yeah,
crowds. And this guy came over and he's like, "Do you guys want to have a drink with the band?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, absolutely."
Like, absolutely. It's like your dream band. That's a
It's
dream
my
come
favorite
true.
band, right? So me and my girlfriend got VIPs. Of course, the boys weren't there. If the boys were with us, that guy probably wouldn't have come
Oh,
up
for
to
sure.
us.
No. He
So
would not
like,
have.
anyways, we got our VIPs, and I was like, "Look, we got VIP. We can go like take pictures with the band after the show and blah blah blah." And the guy that I was dating, he's like, "Well, I know so and so. Maybe I can get back there too." I'm like, "All right, cool." So at the end of the show, we go, and we're standing there, and he's trying to get in. He's like trying to talk his way in, and they're like, "Sorry, dude, you can't." And even the guy that he knew was like, "There's like literally nothing I can do. I can't get you back there." And he's like, "Well, what if I paid you? Or what if I did this?" And he's like
Yeah,
trying so
so
hard
hard.
to get it backstage. And they just wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
So my friend's boyfriend was like, "Okay, like we'll just go, we'll grab a drink. You guys can meet us afterwards." And when I tell you, this man caused such a scene.
Really?
Like he should, like, I'm surprised he didn't start crying. It was like a
oh
whole
my
fucking thing.
God.
"I don't want you going back there without me." I was like, "What? Why?"
What the fuck is the big deal?
He's like, "You're gonna have sex with Chino." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I just want to
No.
take a picture with the band. Like, I just want
Literally
to
your
meet him.
favorite band in the entire world.
I literally just want to meet the band." And it was
Yeah.
like this whole thing. He caused such a scene, stormed out. It was like this whole
so
thing.
dramatic.
And I was like looking at my friend. I go, "What do I do?" And she's like, "Let's just go." I'm like, ugh. I was like so upset. I was like, I
Yeah.
can't fucking believe that happened.
oh my God.
And I stayed with him.
yeah.
You literally ruined the chance that I had. I actually did meet him. I ended up meeting Chino years later.
Yeah. Because isn't he in Crosses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a singer in Crosses.
He is, but I met him on Coney Island. But I didn't
On the
take a-
Ferris wheel?
No,
On the Cyclone?
He was walking down the boardwalk and I saw him and I ran over to him like a lunatic.
I'm fucking dead.
And
Was
I
he
was like,
appreciative?
He was really nice, and I was like so like my head was gonna explode. I didn't even ask him to take a picture. And you know what's funny? And I was with
Danielle.
the same girlfriend that was with me at the other show, and I'm trying to like get words out and I can't speak.
oh my God.
And I look over at her and she goes, literally gives me a thumbs up, can do nothing to help me. And I was like,
nothing.
okay, we'll see you
She's
at the
like, you're
show."
doing great.
Literally. And
You're
I'm
doing great,
I'm
sweetie.
literally flopping around like a fucking weird
You're
fish
like,
out of
Somebody
water.
help me here. Help me.
Nobody could help me. No one helped me. I was like so
Oh, that
embarrassed. I was
sucks,
so
Danielle.
embarrassed.
Well, remember you did that with me when we were in Orlando and I met Sam Villa.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, blah, 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 blah. And you go, stand here. I'm going to take a few pictures. And you took pictures of us while we
Yeah.
were talking. And you're like, now let's take pictures because you had PTSD.
Yeah. was trying to help you.
You helped me. I
Like, when
wouldn't have
you're-
had pictures. Oh no, I would not have had pictures. I was this close to this man's face trying to speak to him. I was like,
He
I
was
love
so
you.
nice too.
I was like, I love you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's the nicest man in the entire world, but it's because you had PTSD.
Yeah, because I want to help people that are like don't know how to act.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
because nobody fucking helped me when I didn't know how to act when I met Chino. I was so I'm like
Though.
I'm literally waiting to do it again, like biding my time. I'm like, should I just like buy a VIP so I can get back there just to say hi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like that weirdo girl in Coney Island that like literally did a jig in front of you.
Who fumbled her words.
Couldn't even speak a full sentence.
And he's like, get in line, baby girl.
Oh, okay. So this story is actually kind of connected to that last story that I told 2 podcasts ago about what I was saying before about how he recorded me and said I was cheating.
Yes.
That happened right before my birthday. Okay. And we were going on vacation. Now, at this point, I had, like, we have a timeshare and I had like weeks built up. So instead of me doing like 1 timeshare for 2 weeks, I did 2 timeshares for 1 week so I could bring people with me.
Yeah.
So I had some of my friends, some of his friends came too. Like my daughter was there, he was there. And like that whole week was so weird because he had said to, I don't know, one of his friends, oh, like we're just faking it. We're breaking up. Like he was just such a fucking dick. He was such a dick.
I hated him.
He was horrible.
Him.
But I stayed with him for longer, even longer after that.
Way too long.
So like, I think 2 more years after that, I stayed with this kid. Actually, I have a lot of stories about this one. And so we were in Puerto Rico and we had actually, the things were really nice. Like our rooms were nice. We had our own bedrooms. It was awesome. So it's our last night there. This is going to give you the ick. Like I can't
wait. Lay it on me.
One of his friends lives on Puerto Rico. So his friend had come to the hotel with his kids to like hang out, which is totally fine. And, you know, some other friends that like one of his best friends, his wife.
Okay.
They were there and it was the last night. So we were leaving the next day. And his 2 friends, they like to go to the dispensary and like buy their weed. They smoke, they take pills, they do like whatever, you know, whatever the weed pills are. So he saw them taking these little, I don't know, 10 milligram, 5 milligram. I don't know how much the milligrams were, but
they're usually like 5 milligrams.
He never took the pills, never took the edibles or whatever. Okay. So they're like, maybe, and I wasn't there for this.
Yeah,
I didn't find out until afterwards, but I guess he ended up taking something. So me and my friend were getting ready to go to dinner. I come back downstairs and I see him like, there's like a little restaurant and there's like a slab patio and then you can walk to the beach.
Yeah.
I have to just show you what this man looked like. He was sitting in a chair. It was like a beach chair, but it wasn't like a lounger. So he was like in the chair.
Like the Adirondack chairs.
No, I think just like a regular chair, like a regular you know, you sit at the table, but it's like a like a beachy type chair.
Yeah.
He's sitting in the chair, 2 feet on the ground, arms like this, and the head,
No.
like the head, all the way back.
No.
And I was like, "What's wrong with him?"
Yeah, what happened to him?
And his friend goes to me, "He'll be fine in 20 minutes."
Yeah, just let him rock.
I was like, "What?" I go, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Did he drink too much? Like, what do you mean?"
Yeah, what do you take?
Because I didn't even think to ask this.
That's the first thing I would say. Be like, what did he take?
I didn't even think to ask that when I went down for the first time. So
Well,
I'm like,
you know that he
I'm like,
doesn't,
okay.
so your mind wouldn't have gone
Yeah. I just thought maybe he drank too much and he was taking a nap. So I go back upstairs and I like finish getting ready. I come back down again and he's still like in the same position. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what is wrong with this man? Like, why are you so, like, why
Did you
can
go
you,
up to him?
like, you're not coherent. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like mumbling to me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like someone drugged you.
And his friend goes again, just give him a couple more minutes. I swear he'll be fine. We'll get him upstairs. Don't worry about it. So I go back upstairs and I tell my friend, I go, I don't know what's going on, but like, he can't like move his head. and he can't like do like whatever. And
He can't walk.
And my friend's like, did he take drugs? And I was like, he took drugs.
So wait, who'd you ask to figure out? Did he tell you? Did he straight up just tell you? Or you had to find out?
Afterwards.
Piece of shit.
So this is going to give you such an ick. I can't even take it.
Lay
So
it
I
on
go
me.
back downstairs. I'm like, I can't, like this guy, we can't move. Now, mind you, he was like 200 pounds and like 6 feet tall. Like he's like a bigger, you know, he was like
big
a
dude.
bigger
Yeah.
guy. And I'm like, okay, how are we going to get you upstairs? Like we can't, he's like,
drag him.
so he goes to
I
me.
grab an arm, you grab an arm, you grab a leg, and you grab a leg.
I said to him, I'm like, I'm going to go to the desk and I'm going to ask for a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I go to the desk, wheel this wheelchair out. And I was like, okay, we're going to get you in this wheelchair and I'll wheel you up to the room. And he goes, he actually opened his eyes for this. He goes, no, that's so embarrassing. I'm like,
oh my
you're
God.
not, do you not look,
You're
you can't,
embarrassing right now.
you are so embarrassing right now. And this is what he says to me. He goes, just drag me into the bushes. You want me
What?
to drag you into the bushes on the beach and leave you there?
Why?
What? No, I'm not
What
doing
the
that.
What?
And I tell his friends, like, help me get this fucking idiot into this wheelchair
Oh my
so
God,
I can
Danielle.
wheel him up. And that's what I did. I wheeled him right up to the room.
You're a better girlfriend than me.
And
I would have left his ass the entire day there until he came to.
It was getting dark.
That's not my problem.
It was getting
You
dark.
want to be an adult and take some drugs? That's on you, baby.
Yo.
You are a full ass adult. This is where, when it comes to like relationships, everyone's like compromising, blah, blah, blah. Shit like that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude.
What is wrong
I
with you?
can't.
Like, if you had like one drink too much, right? Like one drink too much, like you didn't eat. Like, there's so many factors that go into like that one drink that took it to the next level.
Yep.
Fine. But you intentionally don't do drugs and you went and you took whatever he took. You reap what you sow. You gonna sit on that chair and your neck's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Yeah, because he couldn't lift his
Your
head
neck's
up.
gonna hurt tomorrow, and that is your problem.
But I did.
You learn your lesson.
I wheeled
You're
him
too
up to the
nice.
room. But listen,
You're too nice.
this is where it gets even better. Like after I literally helped this man into bed, get him I helped him change, like get out of his bathing suit because
Took
I'm
his
like
diaper off.
literally
Changed his diaper.
changed him, got him in bed, and I was like, all right, I'm going to dinner. Okay.
Mhm.
A couple of that, and I do. I go out to dinner with his friends,
Mhm.
like his friend and his friend's wife, my girlfriend, my daughter. So we're bopping around Old San Juan, having a great time because it's our last night. You're not ruining my last night.
No, that's your problem.
This one calls me from the hotel room, from the bed, and goes, I think it's real fucked up that you went out without me.
Do you understand that you were not coherent?
Sir, you wanted me to drag you in the bushes.
Leave you there.
You wanted me to leave you on the beach in the bushes.
Like, are you
but you're
fucking
mad that I
crazy?
went out with your friends?
Because you couldn't, you freak. You know, I don't know what I would do, Danielle.
2 years.
I would have left his ass.
2 years. I still stayed with him for 2 more years.
No, that's not normal. That's not natural.
No.
That's not okay.
One
That
ti-
would have given me the biggest ick. I would have definitely dragged that man into the bushes after all that.
Rolled him around
If
in
he
the sand.
texted me, I would have been like, lose my number.
Yeah, he literally
Lose my
thought
number.
it was fucked up that you went out without me.
Like, go fuck yourself. What are
Bro,
you talking
I
about?
made sure you made it home, back to the room safe
I
and sound.
changed your diaper.
If I left you on the beach, you would have got arrested. They would have thought you were homeless. a vagrant.
Oh my God.
They would have been like, sir, we got to take you to in the paddy wagon to the jail. Straight to jail.
jail. Just straight jail.
Straight,
Bye.
and you're fucked up and you can't speak. You're going right to jail.
Absolute
Done.
jail.
You're done. You're fucking
Jail.
done. You are
Absolute
lucky
jail.
that I wheeled your ass upstairs. And you're heavy.
You are way too nice, honey bunny. And that was like dead weight too.
Yeah, when you're like I'm gonna actually see if I still have the pictures because there's pictures of it.
I'm fucking screaming.
Because when he was down and he couldn't move, like with the head,
yeah.
with the arms and the head moving, his friends' kids were like fucking with him. They were like putting flowers in his ears.
That's
and
so
like they were
funny.
with 2 little girls. They're cute too, actually.
Yeah.
They're very cute kids. Or they were. And this was like 6 years ago.
Mm.
I just and I
No.
stayed. And I stayed.
Tripping.
Like all the way tripping. there was another time.
I mean, I'm sorry, but after being recorded in your basement, that should have been,
you know,
that should have been the
honestly,
first. But that happened after Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The recording happened after Puerto Rico. And honestly, like that was such a big fight. Like after he was like, "You're cheating on me," blah, 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 and then we got into it like really bad. He actually looked me right in my face, like, "I don't love you." I'm like, "Okay, you want to be done?" And at this point, we had been together for
8 years.
at that point it was 6 years.
Okay.
No, 7 years. Oh, my brain. I don't know. We got together in 2013, so this was like 20. This is 2018. So that was that 5 years in. So we had already been living together.
Okay.
We had a joint savings account.
Ew.
Like we were planning for things. We were planning to like do life together. You know what I mean? And he like looked at me like right in my face and he's like, "I don't love you."
Oh my God.
I was
I
like,
would have spat in his face.
I was like, okay. But you know, at that point, you know, when you go back and forth with somebody for so long and you hear this bullshit, and I was just like, okay. So I literally got into my car and this was again before my birthday.
Oh my God.
Before my birthday. And I had already planned a trip to the Bahamas for my birthday. And I was like, cool, say less. I go to the bank. I close out our joint savings account. I started my own new one. I got a check for half of what was in there. And I said, "Here's your fucking money. I took you off the Bahamas trip. You can move out now."
Good for you.
And he was like, so like, like shocked Pikachu face, this man. And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? And we didn't speak for like almost a week. And he called me. He's like, "Did you really take me off the Bahamas trip?"
Yes, you stupid ugly.
I did. I didn't
idiot.
cancel his flight or anything, but. And I remember like, because I had to email the travel agent to tell her that he wasn't coming. And she's like, "Well, I'm not going to cancel his flight yet because she's smart." And he ended up coming to the Bahamas.
No, Danielle.
Girl, so bad. So bad.
That makes me angry.
I know. We broke up. He actually finally did move out in 2019. So that was over 6 years that we were officially together, and we had lived together for like 5 years or 4 years or however. But the thing is, we went back and forth. So that's how it ended up that we were together for 8 years, even though the last like 2 years.
Collectively, it was like 5 years.
Yeah. So, that one really just
I
gave me a run for my money.
I did not like him at all. I met you at the tail end of that relationship.
That's when I just didn't care anymore.
That's when I met you. I met you around that time. You may have just gotten out of your life.
Yeah.
I think you were in limbo with him.
Yeah. 2018 is when I started.
You kept deleting pictures, and then like one random picture would come up, and then they would get deleted. So I think you were like on and off with him is when I met you.
Yeah. There's some stupid ones that, of course, like Reddit. Because it's always
I want to hear them, please.
It's always kind of funny. You know, bare minimum, talking to her ex, so it's got to be a boy, talking to her ex behind my back. Slept with everyone and their moms.
And their moms.
And their moms. Guilted me into an open relationship.
How does that happen? Do you just like love that person so much that you're like, okay, let's explore it because I don't want to lose you? So it's like that little tiny bit of connection you still have to the person?
I
you
guess.
know what I mean? Yeah, I never understood that. That's scary. If you were in love with somebody and they like threw out the whole open relationship thing, would you consider it?
No.
I wouldn't either.
No, I'm too jealous. Ooh, got mad when he took me out for pizza and I ordered a Hawaiian slice. He said he only planned to pay for no more than pepperoni and that I was using him for his money.
Wait.
He took me out for pizza and I wanted the Hawaiian pizza.
So he said,
and he was like, "Bitch, I can only afford pepperoni. You're just using me for my money."
He's like, "Do you know how much pineapple costs? Do you know how much it costs to get pineapple into the States to put on your stupid fucking pizza?" Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that story's gonna live rent free in my head forever.
You're using
next
me
time.
for
Next
my money.
time we go out to dinner, I'm gonna make a scene. I'm gonna start saying that. Be like, "Danielle,
I only have pepperoni. That's all I brought money for.
I can't afford this." Oh my God.
Cheated on me with my ex-boyfriend.
Wait. Huh? Wait, is he gay?
I don't know. See, I don't like when these questions are asked for like Ask Reddit.
Yeah.
You don't have to get like the full story.
Yeah.
Or like on other subs.
So we're gonna assume he's gay.
Well, 90% of straight men.
Are gay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Unless it's all three. All three are men.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's a possibility.
Okay. Rarely said I love you, and even when I would say it frequently. He did and does love me, but it just broke me to not hear it.
Oh,
That's
Dito.
sad. Oh my God, she poisoned me with arsenic for 3 weeks.
Wait, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know.
How'd she poison you with arsenic? Wouldn't you die? Slow
Slowly.
death?
Yeah, slowly. It's got
He
gotta
made it
build
to
up.
write this fucking.
Yeah.
He made it to write this.
I'm trying to remember where I heard this story. I'm betting it was TikTok.
Probably.
But it was this girl that, I guess, talking to this guy. And he was like, "Oh, like, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? I'm cooking steaks for dinner. Do you want to come have dinner or whatever? Come to my house." And she's like, "Oh yeah, like I'll come to your house for dinner." And she goes to his house and he opens the door and he goes, "Where's your steak?"
No.
She's like, "What? I thought you said you were having steaks." He goes, "Well, I only have one."
He's like, go get your own steak. Oh my
So
God. I would
she
set the
stayed.
house on fire.
So she stayed. And he's like, he like gave her a bite of steak, like one. He's like, "Dude, do you want to try it?" And like gave her a bite. And then that was it.
No, that is Danielle. What
Where's
the
your
fuck?
steak? I'm trying to remember where I heard that story. I was like, it was probably TikTok. It was so fucking funny.
Oh my, I would have lost it.
But where's your steak, love?
I don't know what I would do in that type of situation too. Like if I showed up to a guy's house and he's like, "Oh, come over, like I'm making steaks." And you show up and this man has one steak and he goes, "Where's your steak?" I don't know what I would do. I think I'd be frozen. I'd be like, "No way. This
Hello?
isn't real.
Are you trying to punk me?
This isn't real life." I would walk in, I'd walk right past him, "Haha, you're so funny, babe. You're so funny." And then he's like, "No, I'm being serious. Where's your steak?" I'd be like, "Oh, wrong house. My bad. Never mind."
The first time I cooked her a steak, here's another steak story. I take great pride in my steak skills.
Okay.
It was a 12-ounce ribeye I seasoned 3 days earlier and served with rosemary garlic butter on top.
Stunning.
Okay, the chef.
Stunning.
She took one look and said she never eats her steak without A1 sauce.
Goodbye. Get the fuck out of my house. I
I
would have
d-
kicked her ass out.
I told her I didn't have any, and she literally put her fork down and crossed her arms like a child. Bitterly, I got up without saying a word and left, planning to get the sauce. My plan was to get home, hand her the sauce, and tell her to get the fuck out of my house. When
Oh
I got
my
back,
God.
she was halfway through her steak and dramatically apologizing about how she never had a steak so good and it didn't need sauce. I decided to let it go, but I should have broken it off there. It did not get any better.
What? Because she wanted to put ketchup on her pizza. You know what I mean? She sounds like that.
Oh my God.
Like
hold
she
on.
sounds like non-cultured. She said, "A1, where'd you come from? You're asking for A1 steak sauce when this man grilled up a steak with rosemary garlic butter and you asked for A1 sauce. Who raised you?" I would have kicked her out of my house. I wouldn't have left to go pick up the sauce. I would get the fuck out of my house.
I'm going to go get your A1 steak sauce, babe.
Fucking loser. That is embarrassing. I guess because like I just grew up in a household where like steaks were really important.
Were they?
They were so important. Like the second the weather cracked 55, my dad was on the grill
Okay.
and there were steaks on the grill. We were doing some kind of sides and you know, me and my hot dogs.
The
I
glizzies.
like the glizzies. Are you kidding me? A steak and a hot dog? I love the summer.
I don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a hot
Like,
dog person.
No, I take the grilled meats very seriously.
The grilled meats.
I take it very seriously.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, if I was with a guy that asked for A1 steak sauce, if I made, because I do make the rosemary garlic butter as well with my steak. If he turned around and was like, "Oh, I can't eat this. I need the A1 steak sauce," 100% I'm kicking you out of my house. For
Please leave.
sure. I'm not even asking twice. I'm putting the jacket on him, putting his socks on in his shoes. Get the fuck
I
out.
will help you, sir.
Get the
Goodbye.
fuck out of my house. Bye.
Wow.
No. That is the biggest ick. There's no shot you're getting in my pants.
So,
None.
okay. No. So speaking of a steak thing, I don't eat steak. I don't eat meat. Okay.
Yeah.
But one of my ex-boyfriends, this is a completely different ex-boyfriend that I've never spoken about on this podcast yet.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a long time ago. This man, and again, I don't eat steak, so I'm not sure what the proper temperature is to be eating a steak. Like, I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
He would only order filet mignon, well done.
Kick him out. Throw him away.
He can only have it well done.
Throw the whole man away.
He
That's
was
disgusting.
so like adamant about it being well done. Or like back when I was like eating chicken, if I was cooking, like I would, it says 30 minutes for the recipe. Like I'll take it out in 30 minutes. He's like, can you put mine back in there for another 10 minutes? I'm like, it's going to be dry as fuck. And he's like, it's fine. Everything had to be so well
Did he
done.
come from like a third world country?
No.
Okay.
Just don't. He was just like that. I don't know. I don't know.
That's so gross. That is disgusting. Again, that is the biggest ick. And the only reason why I say third world country is because like growing up, like my grandparents, if they see red now they've changed, but
Yeah.
oh my God, it'd be a hockey puck. The steak would be like a hockey puck because they were like, it needs like them seeing blood. They'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like the chicken needs to be well done, right? Because again, it was like a third world country. They didn't know the fuck temperature. They weren't checking that.
Yeah.
They just needed to be fully cooked and dry. Disgusting. If I was sitting across from a guy that ordered his steak well done, nuh-uh. I think every time I've ever been on a date, I find it very attractive when a guy does order the steak.
Okay.
And he orders it medium rare.
Okay.
Like that's like the medium is like perfect.
That's acceptable.
That's like anything past medium is you're a child. Order chicken fingers because that's weird.
He actually did order those a lot too.
Yeah, I believe you.
Do you want to know what's really funny is my nephew, who is going to be 11 years old this year, orders his steak, when he orders steak, rare.
That's ridiculous.
Like he's a child, but I'm like, what's up with the blood meat, dude? Like, why are you eating
yeah,
that?
annoying his father kind of makes sense.
And he goes, I'll have the kids' blood meat. I'm like, that's not a thing. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like, said that to
like,
the
oh my God,
situation. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. He didn't mean that. He wants the steak, but he wants it rare. Like,
yeah.
But he really does want it rare. Like,
Yeah,
the kid wants it rare. Just make sure it's bleeding. Which I think is so gross.
It's mooing at him.
Yeah.
It's still mooing.
Yeah.
No.
So I think it's not a child. I think it's just him.
Yeah, no, he was a bebe.
A bebe.
All right.
All right, I think that's it. We've been yapping for a hot minute, and we're gonna stop now.
I mean, we took a stride today, from where we started.
Yeah, I feel a little bit less dead at this point because I
good.
was laughing and I guess being semi-normal.
I think you should go home and order a pizza. But I hope you guys have an amazing St. Patrick's Day. Don't shit yourself.
Yeah.
And don't stumble into bars because you might get kicked out.
And also, if you are going out this St. Patrick's Day, Uber is a thing.
Make sure you Uber.
Lyft is a thing.
Yep.
Be responsible.
Everybody has that sober friend nowadays.
Yeah.
Trying to recruit them.
We like mocktails, honestly.
We love mocktails.
So
it's our favorite. So definitely don't drink and drive.
Yes. Be good. And
take care of yourself.
Yes. Make sure. And while you're taking care of yourself, why don't you get on some socials and follow us on the DL.pod on both Instagram and on TikTok.
Yep.
You can also follow us now on YouTube.
Yep. The full episodes are up.
With some bonus minutes.
Yep.
And I think that's it.
Yep.
Oh, follow us Apple, Spotify.
And wherever else you get your podcasts.
Yes.
Until next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.